One thing that we study a lot in my lab are single-cell algae called phytoplankton, and they conduct photosynthesis just like a land plant would or a tree. And they're very important to the overall function of the ocean. They take up CO2 in the water and produce oxygen, so humans should care about them because about 50% of the oxygen that we breathe comes from phytoplankton. And they're also the base of the marine food web, and so phytoplankton get eaten by larger organisms that then get eaten by fish and sharks and so on. And so they really do provide very important functions in the ocean, and we are interested in their population dynamics. So where do they go? What do they do? How many of them are there? What different kinds are around? Some bacteria are beneficial for phytoplankton growth. They produce specific compounds that can stimulate phytoplankton growth. Other bacteria are harmful to phytoplankton, and so they can produce compounds that cause phytoplankton mortality. And so we're interested in how these organisms interact because we want to be able to better predict how populations of both phytoplankton and bacteria can change in the ocean. Dissolved chemicals are really sort of the communication currency in the ocean, and this is how a lot of organisms interact, including phytoplankton and bacteria. And so there's some really beautiful work that shows that when phytoplankton sort of die or are burst and explode and their organic matter sort of spills out, bacteria are able to find that sort of plume of nutrients and carbon that they want to use to help themselves grow, and they can sort of swim toward that plume and take advantage of that material. A lot of the interaction in the marine environment is through chemical communication. So both bacteria and phytoplankton produce specific chemical compounds, whether on purpose or just as a result of being alive. And organisms in the ocean can sort of listen into each other using these compounds and change their behavior or start doing a specific process in reaction to these compounds. And some compounds can, again, be beneficial, can promote growth, can stimulate the function or the turning on of some cellular machinery to help phytoplankton grow. Other compounds that are produced can be detrimental, so can actually hurt, harm, or kill phytoplankton and bacteria alike. And so really these chemical compounds are sort of the currency of communication in the ocean. And so we're particularly interested in what these compounds are, what are the chemicals that are sort of mediating these interactions, and when are they produced.